What's up guys, LiftingNerd here. Today I'm going to show you 11 features, mechanics or tricks or whatever you want to call it that you might not know of. These features are all what I would consider quality of life improvements for any Path of Exile player. Let's get started. To reply to a person who has whispered you can simply press Ctrl plus Enter and that will bring up the last person's name who whispered you. Additionally, you can press Enter to open up the chat window, and by holding down Ctrl and pressing either the up or down arrow buttons on your keyboard, you can cycle through the people who have whispered you recently. Next, to see if you have missed any quests that grants you passive skill points, simply type in chat /passives. And as you can see, the chat window will then summarize the passive skill points you have received through these quests, and through this you'll be able to see which ones you may miss as well. Next, to link an item in chat, hold Ctrl plus Alt and then click the item. You can link multiple items at a time. Next, to go to your hideout from town, you can, instead of taking the waypoint, type /hideout. Boom! You are now in your hideout. Oh yeah, take a look at this very well designed, beautiful hideout. I know, jealous much? I think so. Please note that you can only type this command when you are in town, otherwise it won't work. Next, to directly transfer an item from your inventory to your stash and vice versa, you can simply hold down Ctrl button on your keyboard and left click the item. This also works when an NPC offers you an item quest reward. Simply Ctrl click it and it will get transferred directly to your inventory. And this will of course save you the time and frustration of having to manually place the item. Oh, what a burden. Next, holding the shift button on your keyboard down while using currency items will allow you to continuously keep applying multiple of the same currency item without you having to select the currency item again every time you want to use another one of these. For instance, if you want to use 4 blacksmith's whetstones to get this bow to 20 quality, I can simply right click the whetstones, hold down shift and click 4 times on the bow. And this will of course still consume 4 whetstones, but it will save you the time of having to select a new whetstone every time you want to add one to the weapon. And this goes for all currency items. Keep in mind that an identification scroll is also a currency item, and by using the same method you can hold down shift and identify multiple items at a time for every item. And yes, this will of course save you a lot of time. And next, your auras will remain active even if you replace them with a new skill on the hotbar. You can even have multiple active auras without any of them having to be visible on the hotbar or skill bar. The only time you need to have an aura visible on your skill bar is when you activate it or need to activate it. And next, press F1 to check your latency and FPS. Not much to add there. Next, if you press Ctrl C on an item, you can then copy its properties to your clipboard and paste them in programs such as Notepad. And this can for instance be useful if you want to trade an item on the forums and want to show off the exact stats or affixes. Next, by typing remaining, you'll be informed of how many mobs there are left in the zone. If there are more than 20 monsters remaining, it will simply say that, but if there are less, it will give you the exact number. And this is very useful if running high-level, well-rolled maps and you want to make sure you have killed all of the monsters so you won't miss out on a potential good loot drop. Additionally, there is a few achievements that require you to fully clear certain areas such as the Dread Thicket, for instance, and knowing how many monsters remain can be useful. Next and last, you can directly apply a skill point in your passive skill tree by holding down Ctrl and left clicking the skill node you want. By doing this, you don't have to first select the skill point and then press apply. And this is especially useful for racers who want to min-max their time. That's it guys, I hope you found these tips as useful as I have. I use these commands and mechanics all the time in game. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bros, do you even nerd?